You could see in his eyes, nothing behind the eyes, dead behind the eyes, no soul, NPC, non-player character. He didn't have one.
Police walked into that house expecting an argument. Instead, they started counting bodies. 1, 2, 3, until they got to 8 children, all dead. And the man who did it was their father. Now here's the part that doesn't sit right. Just days before this, he was posting family pictures like everything was perfect. So what changed? If you pay attention to stories like this, the signs are usually there. So if you're here for real stories told straight, go ahead and subscribe to Nexus Crime Files. Shamar Elkins was 31 years old. He had a background in the Army, and he was a father to multiple children. From the outside, he looked present. Not distant, not missing. Present. He showed up for his kids. He posted them. He spent time with them. And that matters because when people try to understand situations like this later, the first question is always the same. Was he absent? In this case, no. At least not in a way people could easily see. He had children across different relationships. Some carried the last name Elkins. Others had last names like Pugh and Snow. But he didn't separate them publicly. He brought them together, posted them together, and presented himself like a man who was handling all of it. At the center of his life was his wife, Shamar Elkins. They had history, not something quick, not something recent. Years together before marriage ever came into the picture. Back in 2016, she posted about him being in the military and waiting for him to come home. That kind of support comes from time. Eventually, they made it official, April 9th, 2024, the same day as her birthday. She posted about it saying, "We finally made it official. I got married on my birthday." Simple, happy, clear. By 2025, they had been together 10 years. They had 4 daughters together, and their marriage had just passed its first year. She marked the moment again, writing, "Happy first anniversary to us. I thank you for everything that you did for me today. I enjoyed every moment of it, Shamar Elkins. 10 long years and 4 beautiful girls. What a time we had." From the outside, it looked stable, like something that had already made it through the hard parts. But time alone doesn't hold a relationship together. And sometimes, the longer something has lasted, the harder it hits when it starts to fall apart. The shift didn't start with arguments or anything obvious. It showed up in posts. March 2026, Shamar shared a question from another page. It asked fathers if they could go back in time and have the same kids with a different woman. Would they do it? His answer was direct. Hell yeah, I would. Publicly. 4 days later, he posted again. Understand to be misunderstood. No explanation, just a statement left there. Around that same time, Shamar started posting too, and her tone was completely different. April 8th, she shared, "When a woman replaces you with peace and not another man, it is really over for you." That wasn't subtle. 2 days later, April 10th, she posted something longer and more personal. She wrote, "For the first time in my life, I do not want to be nobody's woman or wife. I know what it feels like to be a wife, to cook, clean, hold it down, share your bed, your space, your whole life. To pour into a man daily and still make sure everything is straight. I do not want to wash no man's clothes. I do not want to share my bed. I do not want to hear what are we eating every day. I do not want to adjust my peace for nobody. I am not bitter. I am just done playing that role right now. I am choosing me, my peace, and my freedom. And I am not explaining that to nobody. That's not confusion. That's clarity. That's someone who has already made a decision." 3 days later, April 13th, she posted again. "The crazy part is, I do not even hate you. I just do not feel you anymore. That love turned into lessons, and them lessons turned into distance. So now you're finally ready, and I am finally done. That is what bad timing looks like. That right there is the end of something. Not loud, not chaotic, just finished. From the outside, you can start to see it. One person pulling away, the other still moving like everything is normal, and that gap is where things begin to break. While all of that was happening online, Shamar continued posting like nothing had changed. April 5th, 2026, he shared a photo outside a church with all 7 of his children. They were dressed up, standing together, and he was smiling. The caption read, "Happy Easter. Had a wonderful time at church for the first time with all my kids. What a blessed day." That moment looks complete, like everything is in place. But sometimes the best-looking moments exist right next to the worst ones, and nobody sees it yet. Then on April 17th, 2 days before everything changed, he took his oldest daughter out for lunch. Just the 2 of them. He posted a photo of her sitting in the car eating and said he had to catch her off guard to make it happen. It looked normal, nothing unusual, just a father spending time with his child. But looking back, moments like that feel different, because sometimes the last normal moment doesn't stand out when it happens. It only becomes clear after everything is gone. By the early hours of April 19th, 2026, everything that had been building reached a point no one could have expected. This didn't start at the house where the children were. It started on Harrison Street. That's where Shaniqua was. At some point that morning, Shamar went there first. What happened inside that location escalated quickly, and she was shot.
3. Police say Shamar Elkins killed 8 children, including 7 of his own, in an execution-style shooting in Shreveport, Louisiana, early Sunday morning. The incident started as a domestic dispute around 5 in the morning. According to police, Elkins shot a woman in the face at one house, then went to the house where his children were and shot another woman. Police say he pursued the children, even as some of them tried to escape. Police say the shooter then stole a vehicle from a driver at gunpoint and led officers on a multi-parish chase. When he stopped in a neighborhood and got out with a gun, officers shot and killed him.
When he returned here, he began to execute children.
Were they crawling out of windows to get onto a roof?
Yes, so actually this house right here that you see behind us, there's a window right above the garage. They actually climbed out of that window, we believe, and unfortunately one of the children was actually located deceased on the roof. So we are working to determine. We do believe that he shot the child while the child was on the roof trying to get away. We believe there were multiple weapons used here. There is a handgun that was recovered at this scene, and then there was a rifle-style handgun that was recovered on his person.
One of the adults shot was the wife of the shooter. Both women are hospitalized and expected to live. Photos posted to the gunman's Facebook show him with several children. One posted just 2 weeks ago captioned, "With all my kids, what a blessed day." Elkins had previously pleaded guilty to a weapons charge in 2019, but police are still looking for answers as to what it was that prompted this shooting.
Officers who had been on the job for years described it as something they had never encountered before. The scale alone made it difficult to process. In a single morning, the number of victims doubled the city's homicide count for the entire year. And as investigators worked to identify each victim, the reality of what had happened became even heavier. These weren't numbers. These were children with names, ages, and lives that had just started. The Caddo Parish Coroner's Office later confirmed their identities. Jayla Elkins, 3 years old, Shayla Elkins, 5 years old, Kayla Pugh, 6 years old, Layla Pugh, 7 years old, Markaden Pugh, 10 years old, Soraya Snow, 11 years old, Kadarian Snow, 6 years old, Braylon Snow, 5 years old. As those names were released, the focus shifted beyond the investigation. It moved into the community. Because what happened here didn't stay inside those houses. It spread. Investigators confirmed they had one previous interaction with Shamar before April 19th. When they looked back at it, they said there was nothing there that would have predicted something like this. And that's part of what makes cases like this difficult. People look for a clear warning, something obvious, something that explains everything. But sometimes there isn't one single moment you can point to. Sometimes it's pieces, small ones. That only makes sense after everything is already over. As the news spread, people gathered outside the home on West 79th Street. Neighbors, families, strangers. Some knew the children, some didn't. But it didn't matter. The weight of it reached everyone. One man, who identified himself as both a father to one of the victims and a grandfather to others, stood in front of cameras trying to speak through it.
Morning.
I was just with my grandbabies the other day, and we was having so much fun. And I say for any grandparent out there, be happy. Be happy with your grandkids and have fun with them. I'm just praying that everything will be all right for my daughter. She's in the hospital right now. She's fighting.
Community leaders spoke about grief, about shock, about the need for support. But even in those statements, there was no clear answer. Just the same question repeating in different ways.
I don't know what people think in the crevices of their mind to want to harm another human being.
How does something like this happen? And there isn't a clean answer to that. What's left instead are the pieces, the posts, the moments, the things that, looking back, feel like they meant more than they did at the time. And the people who are left behind trying to carry all of it. Stories like this are hard to sit with because they don't wrap up neatly. They don't give you a clear reason or a simple explanation. They just leave you with what happened and the impact it leaves behind. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. This is Nexus Crime Files. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you at the next episode. Stay safe.